Hey, Dr. Dennett, and anyone who's watching my response to our question for career development, which I'm actually really excited to talk about this because I'm also talking about this in one of my other classes, is how it's kind of like a struggle, and especially like higher education or even adult education, really at all. I'm focusing more on community colleges for whatever reason I liked it, but anyways. So, for the first one, my career development systems and practices that I have in my organization. So, actually, it was hard to find like things that were negative to have suggestions and stuff about because my place actually does a really good job of this. But I think one thing is so what we have in place is for as us graduate assistants, which I am, we just started doing once a month some career development where one of our full-time staff comes and speaks to us. So like last week we had the advisor for men's soccer. He came and he talked to us about what makes them eligible, like so many like crazy things, like how many courses do they have to pass, how many do they have to pass their first semester, the second, their third, and just their freshman year alone, and like how many total they have to pass their freshman year like combined, which is I think like 24 credits or something. Anyways, bunch of craziness and stuff, so it was a lot, but definitely like very helpful, and I'm happy that we're gonna start doing these professional developments every single month. Another thing that we kind of do as an office is if we see like some type of career development, and especially now since a lot of the time, well, it was some stuff virtual before because I do videos and like all over the country, like from other athletic academic departments, but we'll like email each other any professional development we see, so we'll just send it out to the entire office no matter what level you're at, like everybody will see the professional development. So that being said, very positive. I also would like to talk about I have actually a couple of like people over me, advisor, leader, mentor, whatever you want to call them, that actually do a great job of really like asking me what my goals are. So every semester I sit down and we talk about what my goals are for the next semester and how this semester, how it went, and like what else. And so actually that resulted in me getting an internship on top of my part-time job there. So I'm working as a learning specialist for my part-time job, but I wanted to learn the more advising side of athletics and the academics and all that. So I actually do an internship on top of that, learning about that stuff. So still really fresh to me and everything, still learning, but really loving that. And they gave me that opportunity. Like I tell them what I want to learn in that, which is great. I mean, we talk through things, and like if they have suggestions, of course we go back and forth, and like actually most time take their suggestions because I know what to talk about. But anyways, so what are some of our barriers? Our systems and practices equitable to all. So barrier, huge barrier. It feels like there's no time for people. Like I feel like everybody's kind of like spread thin, and like they're just all day, every day working, and they're working with their teams, and there's so many like moving parts in where we are. And so I feel as if unfortunately professional development is put on the back burner, where I feel like it should be looked at as like something that's like necessary, and it is necessary, but it's just like when you have like your actual job priorities first, it's just the development like gets put on the back burner because you're also like, well, maybe I'll learn along the way, development and stuff. I don't need to actually like have a real development sit down and everything. Also, there's not much, it depends, but it can kind of seem like there's not much room to grow internally. It just kind of seems like, everyone's kind of set in their place, which is not always true. Someone might leave. I've only been there for like a year, and this will be a year and a half in December. But that's not to say that like it's a barrier, but it's not, because they still want us, or at least me and everybody in the office, to like grow professionally. It's still like they're pushing us. It doesn't matter if like they don't see it as a waste. Like they really deeply, or at least I believe they care about us, to learn more and grow more. So love that part of it too. But yeah, biggest barrier I think is like not a lot of time to have that professional development. What would I recommend to overcome these barriers? Maybe I would designate a specific day out of the month for like everyone have professional development, some type of workshop or seminar. That's something we don't have like within our organization. I talked about how we like will send emails if we see opportunities elsewhere, but as a whole, we don't sit down and have a seminar or a workshop necessarily. So I definitely think that would be great to have a specific day of the month, kind of like we do for the graduate assistants, but like for everybody. So I feel like those that are already like set full time and everything, they don't always have professional development, which, you know, is unfortunate. So, and so for my final, what other ideas? I have to improve the career development systems and practice at the organization. I think creating a human resource planning process would be very helpful. We don't have any human resource as far as I know. I mean, FAU has human resource, but like within our organization, we don't. And I think creating this planning process would be great. It says it requires putting into place strategy designed to address upcoming performance problems or productivity and quality requirements. So like, we don't have anybody looking at like what the future holds, and if someone were to leave, like who's going to replace that. And we actually had someone leave back in December, and we're looking at replacing the person, but then of course COVID hit, so like our budget went down, which is probably another barrier, honestly, for some career development. You know, don't necessarily have the money for that right now. But anyways, so we didn't really have like necessarily a plan in place. I mean, we got things done, and like we shifted people around, and we're like, okay, you take these teams, this person takes these teams, and us graduate assistants, I would like to believe, were super helpful in that particular case, because, you know, the more the merrier. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I was really excited to talk about career development, because I just feel like I am definitely in a good place that's really wanting to push me in my career. Whether it's I want to continue this or not, they still are like, this will be helpful for whatever career you have, and are always just asking if it's what I want to do in the future, and if it is, like, okay, what more do you want to learn about it? And I just definitely see that there's like so much growth that I've done since last fall when I started. For sure, major growth. So anyways, but this is an awesome topic to talk about, so I will see y'all later. Bye.